There is a tyrant living in your head. It's not some grand metaphysical demon. It's much closer. It's that subtle, constant background commentary, that whisper of judgment, that nudge of anxiety, that itch of inadequacy. It's been giving you orders since the day you were born, so consistently that you've mistaken its voice for your own. It tells you what you should want: a better job, a bigger house, that person's approval. Then you'll be happy. It tells you what you must fear. Don't speak up, they'll think you're a fool. Don't take that risk, you'll fail. Don't be alone, you'll be nothing. And most importantly, it tells you who you are supposed to be: a good person, a successful person, a spiritual person. And the most bizarre part, the most profound cosmic joke of all, you believe it. You think you are the one giving the orders. You think you are that anxious, ambitious, judgmental, fearful voice. But let's ask a very simple question. If you are that voice, who is the one listening to it? Who is the one that is aware of the narration? The moment you can genuinely ask that question, the moment you can feel that gap, even for a millisecond, the tyrant's entire kingdom, built on the flimsy foundation of mistaken identity, begins to tremble. And its reaction, when it feels you looking at it instead of through it, is naturally panic. Because this tyrant, this ego, lives on one thing and one thing only: identity. It survives by telling you a constant, running, second-by-second story about me. It's the narrator in your mind that never, ever shuts up. It's the biographer of a fictional character. I am a good person, unlike that person in traffic. I am a spiritual person. I meditate. I'm calmer than others. I am a failure. I should be further along in my life by now. I am an anxious person. I've just always been this way. I am better than them. I am worse than them. I need that to be happy. If only this hadn't happened, I'd be at peace. It's a non-stop novelist, writing the fiction of you in real time, pulling its material from fragmented memories of the past and terrified projections of the future. It creates a me that lives in regret and a me that lives in anxiety. But it never lets you just be right here. And its greatest, most primal fear, that you'll stop reading the story, that you'll just look up from the page, close the book, and notice who is actually doing the reading. Because this tyrant isn't you. It's not an enemy. It's not a thing. It's just a habit. A deeply conditioned, very, very loud mental habit. It's like an insecure security guard who has been guarding a magnificent palace for so long, he's forgotten he's just a guard. One day, the actual owner of the palace, that's you, wakes up from a long sleep in a small closet. The guard, terrified of losing his job, has convinced you that he is the owner and you are just a problem to be managed. He spends all day running around, protecting the palace, judging the guests, worrying about the foundations, polishing the same doorknob of a past memory over and over. And you've been living in that closet, believing him. This entire spiritual journey is just you quietly standing up, stretching, and walking out of the closet. Not to fire the guard, not to fight him, but to simply and kindly remember that you own the whole place. So, what's the first thing most of us do when we spot this guard, this tyrant? We declare war on it. We read books on ego death. We go on retreats to annihilate the I. We try to fight our ego. We try to silence our thoughts. We try to force ourselves to be humble, present, or peaceful. This is the tyrant's masterpiece. His most ingenious, brilliant, and subtle trick. Because the one who is declaring the war, the one who is trying to be humble, the one who is proud of how much they've meditated. The one who judges themselves for having an egoic thought is just the tyrant, wearing a new set of clothes. It's the security guard who has just put on a spiritual uniform. He has simply gone from, "I am a failure," to, "I am a great spiritual warrior on a path to enlightenment." He has gone from, "I am better than them," to, "I am more conscious than them." It's the same I. It's the same feeling of me. It's just a different, more sophisticated, and harder to spot story. Trying to fight your ego with your ego is like asking your left hand to punch your left hand into oblivion. You'll just look ridiculous, make a lot of noise, and tire yourself out. It's like a shadow trying to run away from the body casting it. It's like a wave in the ocean, declaring war on wetness, trying to become dry. It's a game you cannot possibly win, because the you that wants to win is the very thing you're trying to defeat. This whole game is unwinnable, unless you stop playing. So, how do you stop playing? How do you step off this spinning merry-go-round of self-improvement that just becomes self-obsession? You stop pretending to be one of the pieces on the board. You stop being the king or the pawn or the spiritual seeker piece. You realize you are the board itself, the space in which all the pieces move. This mastery you're seeking isn't an act of control. It's a release of control. It isn't about controlling the tyrant. It's simply about noticing it. That's the entire move. That's the one simple, profound secret. You just watch. When the voice in your head flares up and says, "I'm so anxious about that meeting tomorrow," you just notice it. You see that thought the same way you'd see a cloud floating through the sky. You don't become the cloud. You don't fight the cloud. You don't try to push the cloud away. You don't judge the cloud for being too gray or too stormy. You don't cling to the fluffy white clouds wishing they'd stay forever. You are the sky. You are the vast, open, silent, changeless awareness in which the cloud, the thought, the anxiety appears, floats for a bit, and then dissolves. You've been a storm cloud chaser your whole life. The spiritual path isn't about becoming a better cloud. It's about realizing you are the sky. When someone insults you and the voice screams, "I am so angry, how dare they?" you just watch. You feel the heat in your chest. You see the mental pictures of your angry reply. You observe the storm. You don't become the storm. And in that tiny gap of observation, you find you have a choice. You can respond instead of just reacting. This is the great secret. The tyrant's power, the guard's authority, comes from one single thing: you believing you are the voice. You mistaking the thought for you. The moment you hear the voice, the moment you see the thought, you are no longer it. You are the one hearing it, the one seeing it. This isn't a 20-step process. This isn't something you achieve in 10 years. It is an instantaneous shift in perspective. It is the difference between being in the dream, running from the monster, and waking up and realizing you are safe in your bed. And once you are awake, once you have tasted this awareness, the tyrant loses its throne. It doesn't die. This is the key. The ego is not an enemy to be killed. It's a tool. The voice will still be there. It might still shout. It might throw tantrums. It might try to pull you back into the old story. It might even tell you that you are now enlightened, which is, of course, its most subtle, insidious golden trap. The I that says, "I am enlightened," is the same I that said, "I am a failure." It's the ultimate spiritual costume. But it doesn't matter, because the voice is no longer a tyrant. It's just noise. It's just a cloud passing. You are no longer the one in the prison rattling the bars. You're the vast, open space in which the prison itself appears. You are no longer the one obeying the tyrant. You are the one with the key. You are the key. The only question left is, what are you going to do? Now that you're free,